Christianity and Catholicism is like such a dominant religion is because Jesus is the best looking religious figure. Like Jesus is.
What about like the Greek
handsome.
gods?
But that's done, dude. That's done. And also, there's so many of them. They're all over the place. Jesus is obtainable.
I'm like, can you turn me up a little bit? Thank you.
Muhammad, we don't know what he looks like. So, he could be gorgeous, but I don't know. You got Vishnu, a lot of arms. Maybe that's what you're into. But Jesus, he's ripped. He's got long hair. He's got very well-groomed facial hair for a guy who lives in the desert.
He wasn't ripped. He was skinny.
He was skinny ripped, though. He was pretty... That was after he was sitting on the cross for like a couple days. Like, that guy was... He was shredded. He was shredded.
You know this for fact?
100%. So, this is my thing. So, I think that they also created like a smear campaign against Buddhism because Buddha... You know, was always depicted as like this big fat guy, but Siddhartha was a skinny dude. He was always fasting. The real Buddha, not fat. But I think they, you know, Western society made him look fat so that Jesus would again look more attractive compared to Buddha. Be like, look at this, you're going to follow this slob, or you're going to follow this handsome man to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's got something to do with Catholicism's rise. I really do.
Yeah, that and all the genocide.
Obviously, that's a part of it. Obviously, that's a big part of it. They controlled, you know, who was allowed to read and stuff like that. Like that's a big part of it too.
Most of it.
I mean, you split the pie. At the end of the day, it's all one pie. You know what I'm saying? You can cut it up however you want. At the end of the day, it's still cherry.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you been really into like learning about other religions lately? Because
I was just thinking about that. Like, what's the difference between Jesus and all these other people? You know, religious figures or whatever. You know, religious symbol people. Yeah. And I think it's that Jesus is the best looking one.
I think they just timed it well. You know, they came in.
We know there's a lot of factors, but I do think that that's one of them. Is that Jesus is handsome.
What I need you to,
he's got gorgeous eyes.
What I need you to do in order for me to agree with you is give me a percentage base of what percentage of a role you think that played in the overall pie.
Okay, let's think about it a little bit. Let's break down. Because like you said, sure, genocide, Spanish Inquisition, right? They're torturing these people. And they're like, you convert or we're going to keep torturing you. So imagine that you're like, you know, they've got you in that coffin with the spikes. They're stretching your arms and legs. They're turning those wheels. They're, you know, laying you on a bed of nails, whatever other torture devices they've got back then.
Bed of nails wasn't torture.
Okay, not bed of nails. But again, coffin with the spikes.
Yep, coffin with the
stretching
spikes.
you out.
Yep. Putting you on a scale with wood.
Yeah, putting you on a scale with wood. And just, I mean, day after day of this, they're like, you want to be convert? And they're like, no. And then eventually it's like, I mean, for me, it'd be like day 4. You know, I don't like.
You think you'd make it 3 days?
I think I'd make it 3 days and then I'd be like, okay, well, now I got to start thinking about this. Like, if I convert, is it really that bad? You know, like, what are the pros and cons here? Like, well, that Jesus guy, he's not bad looking. And maybe if I follow him, people will think I'm not bad looking either. It's like how it's like in high school, how some people will, you know, like, follow, like, it's like Mean Girls, right? Like, they'll follow the pretty girl because it's like, then maybe I'm like pretty and popular by association. That's Jesus. Jesus is the original Mean Girl. Ladies and gentlemen.
I think, yeah, okay.
Oh, man.
Multiple things. One, you still didn't give me a percentage.
Oh, shit. That's right. Sorry. I'm going to say, honestly, my gut says 7. I want to say it's over 10. I want to say it's like 12, but my gut says 7%.
I was going to say anything over 2%. I'm throwing straight out. I don't believe it at all. Because I think what you're talking about in terms of like the Mean Girls effect, I think that is different. Because your original point was that, well, I guess not exactly, but you originally started by saying they were making other religious figures fat.
Well, they did
To
with
make-
Buddha.
Do you know that for a fact?
Yeah.
Jesus said make him fat?
No, I'm not saying that. I don't know who was behind it, but someone in Western civilization, because Siddhartha was skinny. We know that for a fact. But Siddhartha, who is Buddha,
but I'd have to see how they were picking Buddha back when it was created. Andy, please don't. No offense to all the religions and all the religiouses.
see, that's what Buddha actually looked like.
That's a chick.
No, it's not.
That is a chick.
No, it's not.
I can guarantee you that's a chick.
Why did I click on this picture and then it made it smaller? That's what's upsetting to me. But that's Siddhartha. That's a man. That's a fella. That's why his nipples
Scroll down.
exposed.
That's a man.
Yeah, that's the same. That's
So
the
is
same.
that.
Okay, see, so boom. Let's
All right,
just use
man.
this picture. That's Siddhartha. That's Buddha. That's the OG Buddha.
See,
Is
but
that the
here's
Buddha
the
that
thing.
you've
Who's that
seen
guy
before? Who, this guy?
Yeah.
That's also Buddha. On one of his fasting trips, he went into the woods and he fasted for a long time. Did you not learn about Siddhartha in school, Matthew? Did you not learn? And see,
Probably
here,
not.
this is when they start to chunk him up a little bit.
How do we know he didn't chunk himself up is what I'm saying.
Because look at these.
You're pointing fingers when sometimes
If you point one finger, there's 3 pointing back at you, brother. Not in this case. Not in this case. I'm pointing all 5 of my fingers.
don't be pointing the finger, Andy. Be pointing the thumb.
I'm pointing it all. I'm
Now
pointing it all.
you're-
Whatever it is, I'm pointing it at
Sacrilege.
these people.
This is sacrilege.
No, it's not. I'm proving
Yeah,
a
it
point.
is.
I'm proving a point. That
A
Siddhartha.
sacrilegious point. That's Siddhartha
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
Siddhartha right there. Jesus Christ. What is it? The guy from the White Stripes or something? He looks like a guy. You see that? You ever see that video of when they're and it's all those British guys with that have that like very 2000s look.
I know that
You know-
song.
But you've never heard the one where the guys are singing it? Cuz it's so it's pretty popular. Cuz that song is like by a woman, I think originally.
I couldn't have told you that song was
Really?
by a woman. I don't really.
There's like a pretty so there's like a lazy. Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's
Well, that's a song.
but I'm saying but that guy looks like he should have been in that room.
All right, I know the video you're talking about.
Okay,
now.
yeah. Like all of a sudden.
I thought that was the guy though. I thought that's who sung the song.
That's a cover, man.
Oh.
They're covering a woman singing that song. And then they just fully like I don't know what you call that style.
I like it. I
Dude,
like it
I
a
think
lot.
I've looked up. I've like give me the
I
full,
can't
give me
do it.
the
I
full
lost my
version of
voice.
them.
Yeah.
Give me the full
Hit it
version of
again
them
for
singing
me.
that song.
No, see, that's not good.
I've tried. I no, obviously nobody can do. That's why it's so impressive. But that guy,
I didn't pick up what you were throwing down because it's been so long that, like, for whatever reason, I just my
Yeah.
brain recontributed the actual song to that.
No, of course. I
So
thought
I'm like,
it was
what do you
maybe
mean?
those
Some
guys.
guys like I thought it was like a video. Like I didn't know. Yeah.
No, I
you
hear
didn't
you.
explain it very well. You said a video of the guys.
I think I explained
You didn't
it.
say that they were
I think
singing it.
if you see a
never
picture
said
of that
they were
guy,
singing.
you should. I think that says he speaks for
That
me.
says it
Siddhartha
all.
speaks for me. Siddhartha speaks for me, sir.
You didn't say the guys singing the song. You just said the guys in the song.
I was getting to that, but I was,
you were. That's how you Google.
I think I explained
you
it.
speak how you Google.
I think I explained it pretty well.
Stupid.
I think I explained it pretty well, and if you had let me continue, I would have explained it perfectly.
You said the video of the guy. I said no. Instantly no. Because
Because
you didn't say. You didn't say that.
You know
part.
that man. Imagine because the first guy, the guy who sings the first part, he does a great job.
Yeah.
When he's like, he does great. And then that second dude though, when he comes in with the, I mean, that took the nation by storm.